So if folks are going through pre-foreclosure or foreclosure, maybe they're already in the foreclosure process. A lot of people don't even know how the foreclosure process works because you have a bank working against you. Sometimes that bank already sold it to a collection bank. And then you also have a mortgage foreclosure lawyer. And so what should folks do?
Yeah, so usually what we do is we come out there, we take a look at the property, or we'll give you some information over the phone around where we'd be at, make sure that we're going to be a good fit to work together. And then what we usually do from there is we move forward with an agreement, and then we will walk you through that entire process, and we will do it as fast as possible because time is of the essence whenever you're in pre-foreclosure. Sometimes we need all of the paperwork from all of your pre-foreclosure paperwork because sometimes they're ready to take that property within the next 30 days. Sometimes it takes a couple years. It really just depends on where you're at in the process. So the main thing that we want to do is get that property, get an agreement, make sure that we're going to be a good fit, get that into the title company, and then we will have our lawyers take a look at that and get that done as soon as possible. And if you have a lot of different liens or anything on the property, what we will actually do is call, negotiate those liens, and make sure that you don't get this property taken from you without you getting anything and having a hit on your credit record. That's the biggest thing that we want to save you from is, having that foreclosure on your record. It's going to be more difficult to get rentals. It's more difficult to get approved for vehicles. It's more difficult to get approved for another house in the future. So that's our number one goal, is to make sure you do not get that on your record. The other goal is going to be to obviously get you some money over whatever your foreclosure is, because if the bank takes it, guess what? You don't get any money. You don't get all of that equity that you have in the house. You get none of it. So our goal is to make sure that you still get something for deciding to work with us.
And a lot of folks don't even know. They're like, do I have the right to sell my property now that I'm in foreclosure? Am I even able to, convey title now that they've started the foreclosure process? It really depends. A lot of times you still have the right to sell your property as long as the property is still in your name. They haven't gotten all the way through the foreclosure process yet. Like if you're living in your house and the police haven't removed you from it, there's still a fighting chance. And so we'll take a lot of those risks. We'll do a lot of the legal work for free. We have a lawyer and we're going to end up paying our lawyer just for the opportunity to potentially buy your home. But that's not a cost that we're going to put on you. Typically we'll do everything that we can, negotiating with the banks, talking to the foreclosure lawyer. We have a process and we have strategies here with all of our assistants. We have a lot of folks who work for us in-house here who are continually following up with those banks for you, figuring out what the next steps are. And I know a lot of folks may have had a loan through Chase Bank. That might have been a little bit easier, but now it's moved over to a collection bank. What happens with those is you end up on the phone with someone who can't actually help you move the file forward anymore. And so we end up figuring out who the people are that we actually need to be on the phone with in order to continue to move your house toward closing. We get a payoff, we wire over the money, and then the mortgage is off of your credit report. It's no longer something that's continually hurting you.
And we've been through this process many, many times. So we know the process, our lawyers, the title company, we've all been through this process several times. So we can definitely help you with it. So if that's something that you're going through and you want some help, somebody to be there to help you through this process at no cost, then reach out to us, see if we're going to be a good fit to work together, and we will make you an offer on your property. If you want to reach out, you can call us, or if you really don't like to talk on the phone, you can always fill out the information on our website, and then we can respond either through email or text, however you'd like to talk.